Hi, welcome to Uniquely Becca. I am Becca and this is my channel. Today we're going to be going over how to do this smoky eye right here. This is one of my go-to smoky eyes for any sort of date night or event, or anytime I just want to dress up a little fancier but don't have a lot of time sometimes. It's quite simple to do, especially since I use, my good friend Scotch tape to make the magic happen. You can also always pair this with a red lip instead if you want to make it even more bold. I like my nude lip here because I just really like this nude lip. I don't have a good reason. I also like red lips too, so whatever works for you and whatever you're feeling that day. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoy this video. If you have any requests for future videos, please leave it down in the comments. And if you do like this, please give me a thumbs up, and I hope you enjoy. Hi ladies, so we're first going to get started by applying some eye primer. I'm going to be using the eye primer from Younique, and I couldn't hold it the right way apparently. I just put a small amount of this onto the back of my hand, and then I use just a large blending all over shadow brush that I have from Shoppers Drug Mart, and I use that to apply it all over my lids. I also applied a little bit of it to the under portion of my eye because I'm going to be adding eyeshadow there as well. So after we use the eye primer, I'm breaking out my trusty Scotch tape. I like to use this whenever I'm doing a really smoky eye because I can be as messy as I want, and at the end when I take off the tape, it's nice and clean. So I do put it on the back of my hand first in order to take some of this stick away. That way when I pull it off my face later, it doesn't hurt as much. I put it along the lower lash line and kind of run it along the line of my eye, and then make the other eye as equal as I possibly can. After going in with the Scotch tape, I'm going to go in with my pencil brush from Morphe, and I'm going to be using this dark gray color here. The color is Shrewd, and as you can tell, I struggled a little bit with keeping it in the frame, but I just used my pencil brush along my lash line and along the tape, and it doesn't matter how clean you are, you're really just kind of blending it in along your lash line to darken that up, and then you go ahead and repeat it on the other side. You'll see that I do a lot of blending, and I sped this up a little bit for that reason, but it's just so that it's nice and well blended in. I also turned up the light because it was pretty dark. Next, I'm going to be going in with my smaller Morphe blending brush, and I'm going to be using the color Gullible. You could also use Astute if you wanted to, but this one is a cooler toned, so I preferred it. I'm going to be blending this in along where I had the gray Shrewd eyeshadow, and I'm just kind of buffing it up and into the crease. This is just to diffuse the gray so there's no harsh lines along my lash line, and we'll blend it quite a bit, and we'll come back and blend it some more later as well. I'm going to do both of my eyes here, and we'll just speed things up. Now I'm going to be going in with my pencil brush again and the color Legendary, which is a matte black color. And you're going to see that we're doing this pretty similar to how we used the dark gray. We're working it along the lash line and up along the tape. And then once we have that a little more blended in and off my brush, I'm working it into the outer V a little bit as well, just to kind of blend the color up. Back in with the smaller blending brush and Gullible again, just to kind of blend out the black a little bit so that it wasn't so harsh. One of the things I learned is that you want no harsh lines. So this is what we're doing, just kind of blending it all out again. Next we're going in with the Splurge Cream Eyeshadow in the shade Victorious, and this is the Nude. I'm using my Younique Cream Shadow Eye Brush, and I'm just applying this in the inner part of my eye and then blending it towards the middle. I really want this to essentially erase the colors that come too far in and help me make the inner part of my eye a little lighter so that it's not such a heavy dark look. Afterwards, I'm just going back in with the smaller blending brush and the light brown shade to kind of re-blend it out. Same idea as before, no harsh lines. I want to make this a smooth transition from the nude color into the dark smoky look. We're just going to go back in with Legendary again to do the same idea. I want to darken up that lash line and really make this cat eye pronounced so that it's a dark, smoky eye. Next we're going in with the Dip and Draw eyeliner in the shade Perfect, which is black, and I'm going to keep the tape on to do this so that it can really help me with my winged eyeliner. Now I was awful and I kept looking down out of the view, so I apologize. But essentially I draw my initial stroke along the tape and then I connect it down to the lid. And then I just do my thin line along my eyelid as well. And this helps me get a more precise line than trying to do it all in one fell swoop. I'm just going to go ahead and take off that tape now, and you can see that it leaves quite a clean line. I had a bit of struggles getting it off the one side, but then you can just see the nice sharp cat eye that you get from it. And when I want to go back and clean it up, I go in with one of my Shine makeup removing cloths, and then I just kind of clean up the stuff that's, you know, escaped the tape. So I went ahead and did the rest of my face makeup so that I could finish up the lower portion of my eyes, and I went ahead and dropped all the things I was holding. But I'm going in with my black pencil liner, and once again I totally looked off camera. But what I do is I just put a small amount of this along my lower lash line and then, you know, completely look off camera. And then afterwards I go in with one of my small pencil brushes that I have from Morphe, and I went back into Gullible, which was that light brown shade that I had that I'm going to show you right now. And I use that to smudge the pencil liner out. So if you kind of rub it in along that that pencil, and it will smoke it out a little bit. So this is how I get like a nice smoky looking lower lash line. This part here is optional. I went back in with Marvelous, which is a dark brown, looked off camera a couple times more, and I just put this along the lower lash line as well to add a little more warmth to the color. If you didn't have this dark brown or you thought the look was fine as it is, you don't need to add it. Now I'm just going to quickly curl my eyelashes and throw on a little Epic mascara. Love that mascara. I did 2 coats of it, and then I also applied a coat on my lower lash line, but once again, with my lower lashes, I can't help but completely look off screen. So you'll just see me kind of pop back on with my lower lashes done, but here's a good chunk of me putting on this awesome mascara. I also threw a little bit of iridescent luminizer in the inner corner of my eye, and then also under my arch of my eye. I find this really helps to brighten up the entire look, especially since it is quite dark. And there you have it. This is the entire eye look. I'm gonna zoom out and we'll throw on a little bit of lipstick. I hope you loved it. Okay, so I already filmed this part of the tutorial, and then I went and was editing my video and I realized that I had not turned on my microphone. So I'm like watching it and I'm like, man, this looks really interesting, but I have zero sound. So we're gonna go ahead and I'm going to put on my lipstick again. What I ended up using was one of my all-time favorite nudes, which is my Splash liquid lipstick in Sublime. Now this is just like the perfect nude lip for me. I'm just gonna show you a small little swatch here on my hand. Again. And so that's the color right there. I absolutely love it. It works really well. It's like a warmer nude and it really flatters my skin tone. So I'm just gonna grab my lipstick brush. And so I just use, this is just a Shoppers Drug Mart lipstick brush. I really like it and I prefer applying my lipstick with a lipstick brush. I just find I have a lot more precision. And with this liquid lipstick, you don't need to use a lot. It's very pigmented. And I really, really love that when it dries down, it's not super, super dry. And, because you know when some liquid lipsticks get really, really dry and then they just make your lips super chapped? Well, I already have super chapped lips. I can't afford to have a really drying liquid lipstick. So this is what this look looks like with the liquid lipstick on. This is my all-time favorite nude, like I've said, and this is like my go-to smoky eye for any sort of event or party or like, you know, date night, because it's so easy to do, and as long as you have your good friend Scotch tape, you're set. Okay, and so I hope you liked it. And if you did, please leave a comment down below letting me know, and also just give me a thumbs up. Thank you, and I will talk to you guys later.